Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Cave Creek, Arizona. My name is Shay and welcome to my kitchen for dessert week. One of my favorite desserts is cheesecake, which seems like the easiest thing to do for a cream cheese contest. But I figured since I put in all my other little cream cheese ideas, I'd go ahead and throw this one in here because it's so incredibly delicious. Plus it's in a little individual cup, so it's fun for a party. A buffet, that way people can have a little bite of everything. You can have a couple different desserts and not feel guilty about it. I call it my mini layered pumpkin cheesecake, and it's so incredibly simple because we're going to use muffin tins and a cookie as our crust. You don't even have to bother with making the crust. So you start off with your muffin tin and your foil cups, and you just plop in there one of your snickerdoodle cookies. Any kind of ginger snap snickerdoodle cookies, you can make them yourself. Put one in the bottom of each of your tins, and this recipe will make 24. And then you're going to make your pie filling, your pumpkin cheesecake filling. And when I make cheesecakes, I like to beat my eggs really, really well with my electric mixer first so they become nice and fluffy, and then add in my sugars and my cream cheese and my vanilla to make it nice and fluffy. And then I add in my pumpkin and my spices. And this recipe also has a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. And the spices I like to use with any of my pumpkin pies or my cheesecake, I like to add in the cloves, the nutmeg, and the cinnamon. So that's what this is all right here. And then you're just going to take about, it's a little less than a quarter cup, but a quarter cup works good just to fill these up. And you don't want them too full, just about 3/4 of a cup, because they do poof up a little bit, and then when they cool, they will go down just a tiny bit as well. But you don't want them overflowing. So I'm just going to fill the rest of these here, and I'll see you back here in a few. So now that all of my cups are filled, you're going to pop them into the oven for 30-35 minutes at 350 degrees. So while our mini cheesecakes were in the oven getting their first layer all nice and done, I made up the topping layer. And this is 1 brick of the cream cheese, already softened, with 2 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup of sour cream. And I just whip that up really good with my electric mixer so it's nice and creamy and well incorporated. And then once these are out of the oven, you can go ahead and top them when they're warm. Go right and do it right away. And then you're going to pop them back in the oven for another 8 to 10 minutes. Just a nice little tablespoon there on the top of each one. And then you just pop that back in the oven for another 8 to 10 minutes. See you back in a few. Welcome back for our last step to plate our yummy cheesecakes. When that last layer, that top layer came out of the oven, then I just took them and popped them into the refrigerator to make them nice and cool. You can do this to do overnight, just a couple hours, gets them a nice little chill on there. And then to plate it or to serve them, I like to take them out of the wrapper and put them on a nice little plate. You take some already done sundae caramel sauce that you would use if you were having some ice cream sundaes, and drizzle that right over the top on your plate. And then I like either Heath bars or the candy bar called Score. It has a nice little toffee, the little chocolate layer on the outside. And about 6 candy bars is good for this recipe, and you just want to hammer them up in a plastic bag with your mallet. And then I just do a little sprinkle there on the top, and then go to town. That's my mini layered pumpkin cheesecake.